Comprehensive breakdown of the 5 major palm lines, Part 1. 1. The lifeline, also known as the earth line. Originating along the edge of the palm between the thumb and index finger. It sweeps gracefully downward toward the wrist. Contrary to popular belief, its length doesn't dictate your lifespan. Rather, it reflects the sheer vitality and strength of your life force. Generally speaking, a long, deep lifeline with a healthy reddish hue signals vibrant energy, robust immunity against illness, and a low susceptibility to disease. Conversely, a line that appears faint, shallow, or thin suggests a relatively delicate constitution. Looking at line thickness, a broader line suits those naturally built for physical labor or athletic endeavors, while a finer line leans toward intellectual and mental pursuits. The size of the palm area enclosed by the lifeline, the Mount of Venus, holds significant meaning as well. A wider arc typically belongs to individuals brimming with vitality and high energy, who hold strong desires across all facets of life. A tighter arc, on the other hand, points to someone who tires easily and possesses lower physical endurance. If the start of the lifeline forms a chain-like pattern, it often suggests a frail childhood marked by frequent illness. Frayed, fringe-like markings near the tail end warn of potential health concerns in your golden years. An island motif appearing on the lifeline indicates a period of time along your journey that may involve illness or hospitalization. The size of the island correlates directly with the severity and duration of a health setback. 2. The headline, also known as the human line. This stands as one of the most vital markings on the palm, sharing its origin with the lifeline. It stretches across the palm toward the pinky finger. In an ideal hand, it terminates cleanly between the ring and pinky fingers. A line that falls too short might suggest a lack of sharpness, whereas one that stretches too long can imply over-calculating shrewdness, neither being the ideal balance. The headline shines brightest when deep and clearly defined. Such a line reflects a sharp, focused mind and high intellect. Islands along the headline, however, hint at scattered thoughts, a weak memory, or a past impact on mental health. A chain-like pattern at the start hints that external environments may heavily distract or strain your focus. Analyzing its starting formation, when the headline and lifeline merge at the start and travel together before parting ways, it reflects an introverted, cautious, and thoroughly contemplative nature. If they remain joined for too long, it manifests as overthinking and indecisiveness. If the two lines separate quickly after sharing an origin, it signals a decisive personality with swift adaptability. If there is a distinct gap between their starting points, it points to a bold, extroverted, and fearless demeanor. Should that gap exceed half a centimeter, it leans into recklessness and a lack of foresight. 3. The heart line, also known as the skyline. Originating at the edge of the palm beneath the pinky, it curves gracefully toward the index finger. Ideally, it comes to rest right in the gap between the index and middle fingers, symbolizing a balanced, moderate emotional nature. If a heart line extends all the way beneath the index finger, it usually indicates someone driven by deep spiritual and romantic emotional needs, cherishing soulful connections and ideal love over the practical. If it stops short under the middle finger, it leans toward a more pragmatic, instinctual expression of affection, placing little stock in grand, solemn vows or formal commitments. A downward dip beneath the middle finger can reveal an assertive, self-willed streak in relationships, someone willing to use any means to achieve their romantic ends. A long heart line that forks at the end with a downward turn belongs to those who give their absolute all in love, even to the point of self-sacrifice. The depth and texture of the heart line reflect emotional sensitivity. A deep, fine line belongs to sensitive, nuanced feelings, while a broad, shallow line points to a direct, unrefined emotional style. Feather-like slashes branching both above and below the start of the line indicate a warm, outgoing soul who excels at expressing love. If these feather patterns appear exclusively along the top, it forms what is known as the line of wit. It often points to quick wits and sharp reflexes, showcasing strong adaptability. If the heart line appears chained, it is frequently linked to a highly sensitive nature and a tendency toward emotional volatility. Should an island pattern form? Particularly right beneath the ring finger, it may hint at eye health issues, such as nearsightedness, amblyopia, or astigmatism. Located elsewhere, it tends to symbolize romantic troubles or emotional turmoil. A break in the heartline suggests that one may have endured a major heartbreak or emotional setback. 4. The line of marriage, situated on the edge of the palm below the pinky, nestled between the base of the little finger and the heart line. The number of lines varies from person to person. Some have just a single line, while others possess several. When interpreting the marriage line, the sheer quantity is not what matters most. Readings typically focus on the single deepest line as dominant. Possessing 2 lines of similar depth may suggest a propensity to become entangled in love triangles or relationship drama. If there are more than 6 lines without a clear primary line, it often portends a convoluted or chaotic marital life. The length of the marriage line also holds special significance. A noticeably longer line usually signifies exceptionally high standards in choosing a partner and exacting expectations of one's spouse, which can lead to feeling pressured within the marriage. If the line extends beneath the ring finger and connects with the sun line, it bodes exceptionally well, foretelling advantageous connections through in-laws that bring wealth or high prestige. However, if it cuts through the sun line, it can exert a harmful influence, undermining one's reputation or financial standing. As for the tail end of the marriage line, a fork often hints at a delicate relationship prone to breakups or a painful separation. The presence of an island pattern suggests temporary separation due to unforeseen circumstances, while an upward curving tip reflects a lack of enthusiasm for marriage, leaning instead toward embracing the single life. V. The career line, also known as the fate line. This line ascends upward from the base of the palm. Ideally, it extends all the way to the base of the middle finger, directly reflecting one's career trajectory and professional path. If the career line is broken or intermittent rather than continuous, it points to lower job stability or frequent shifts in one's work environment. Regarding its termination point near the middle finger, if it stops upon reaching the headline, it usually implies ending one's current work, driven by personal subjective choices. If it halts at an island pattern, it suggests that romantic troubles have caused a disruption in work. Having 2 career lines, however, is generally seen as a sign of versatile career potential, ideal for balancing multiple jobs or pursuing side hustles.